Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we have ourselves a track by an act named Holly Lowe titled No Regrets. And if we switch over to here, we have this YouTube page for it. We've got No Regrets by Holly Lowe. Can you regret something you haven't done yet? People tend to regret things in the past, but if everything is the unavoidable consequence of the event preceding it, I guess that means we can regret stuff in the future too, right? Yeah. It's food for thought, eh? We've got all the mentions here. We've got a mailing list here. Oh, we've got a screaming guitar solo here. That's pretty dope. Mixed by Dave Lowe. Written and produced by Holly Lowe. Video filmed and directed by Emma Fenton. Vocals and keys by Holly Lowe. Featuring guitar solo by Jeff Lowe. Bass and guitars by Dave Lowe. Backing vocals by Shana Calverley Musmari. And mannequins very kindly provided to the Ellen Graham Charity for Kids in Mallorca. Fantastic! Awesome. So we're going to listen through this track from start till finish, hear what we think. Yeah, let's go. Let's do this. And just before we get into it, I just want to make sure this is in, okay, cool, sweet.
Everything that ever happened before, never had a one be at your door, so I have no regrets.
Interesting. So just full disclosure, I don't typically talk about the video elements, about the music videos primarily because I'm not as knowledgeable about music videos as I am about music. Although if I see something I quite like, I'll talk about it. I just won't try to sort of like go too deep into it. I am really digging the drums though and how they couple really well with the bass, the electric bass. I think there's a clean electric bass in there. And the vocals are nice and punchy, and there's a moody sort of atmosphere invoked by both the video and the bass and the drums. I think everything's coming together really well so far.
I have no respect for cause and its effect. If everything is yet to happen before us is gonna happen and it's gonna destroy us, well, it's not happened yet.
Love a little bit of vocal frying in the vocal line. She's a great singer. Got a great control of her voice, and the technique is showing there. She's put a lot of work into it, and I think it sounds great.
And time can feel like life's a wheel. I'll set out and you turn it day by day. And choice is choice even real? Can I change how I feel? Can I choose to go fall into the void?
I love how we've got a nice kind of soothing layer and texture to this chorus part, where things get a little bit wider. You got the bom 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 going on the guitar, and she's harmonizing her vocals there, sort of like trying to figure out if she has control over her future or not. What she does, is choice even real, you know? And then there's that kind of tension at the end there. She's starting to get to the conclusion, but isn't quite sure about it.
Day that we first met, and everything was set. A future memory I already knew, yeah. Left from your eyes like it was passing right through you. Is one I can't forget.
That charisma, that is a hell of a performance. Well done, Holly Lowe. Well done. You got a smile out of me for that. That was fantastic. Guitar solo time. What do we got? It's a pretty sick guitar solo, actually. We're rolling with the pentatonics and those string bends. I love the cascading da 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 because it sounds like she's falling, like she's talking about in the hook there. There's a great connection between these parts. And how the bass line just go boom, 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 just rolls into it is a great transition back into the hook. And yeah, that was a stunning guitar solo. It was really articulate. It sounded like the guitar player doing it was very competent. They were definitely weren't overplaying it. There's a lot of color in there, but they also weren't trying to steal the limelight from Holly Lowe. Really considerate performance there. Well done.
Time can feel like your life's a wheel, all set out and you turn it day by day. And choice is choice even real? Can I change how I feel? Can I choose to go falling through the void? I have no regrets.
That sounded like it was the end of the song there, eh? Oh. A little bit of development on the keys. Okay, we're riffing off that original theme. Oh, is this Holly? Hang on, sorry. Excuse my ignorance here. Yeah, vocals and keys by Holly. So she's a fantastic piano player as well. That's great, man. Oh, dude, that was a sick outro there. That was a sick conclusion to that track. Yeah, that was a really well shot video. It kind of looks like she's in the void with all that red and stuff and the mannequins and all that. It sounds like she's having to do a lot of introspection there and consideration for the sort of mild existentialism going on. Anything else at the end here? Emma Fenton photography. Yep, shout out to Emma Fenton for her work on this as well. Great work. We'll just see if we can find a point where yeah, there we go. That's good. I suppose this is the conclusion then, isn't it? The conclusion of No Regrets by Holly Lowe. What do I want to say about this? I think I've spoken about, well, we talked about what this track was about in the intro to this song where we discussed, wait, if we go back and just clarify that, can you regret something that you haven't done yet? So that's my understanding is that's what that's about. But she doesn't want to have any regrets about it regardless. You know, like she's like, look, I'm going to move forward and take it step by step and make the future and carve it out the way I want it to. And that's just what's going to happen. And I love that boldness, that ambition there. I try not to skip between parts like this typically, but the guitar solo sounds like that frustration, that passion, that vigor for trying to sort of squeeze your way through that and push against the tides and trying to find a brighter future for you. So I think that's really... It's a really healthy way of writing music. It's very very accessible to people, and especially when this is a single that someone might be listening to for the first time, you need it to be at least somewhat accessible so that people can either relate to your music or so that they can understand it and enjoy it, you know? Even if they don't entirely kind of relate to it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I think that's what the song is about. The vocals, the way the story was told was fantastic. It literally just sounds like someone sitting down on a stool, indignant. Will have no regrets, you know? There will be no regrets. This is just how it's gonna be. And those kind of fluffy, wavery sections in the chorus where she's kind of wondering if she can fall through the void and just kind of cope with that. That uncertainty there. It's a nice contrast to the static, the bluntness in parts of the verses. You know, in terms of the structure, I think it's carried well between the verses and choruses. I really appreciated that guitar solo in there, as well as the piano interlude at the end for the outro of the track. Stunning stuff. It's a lot of material to put into a 3-minute track, but they handled it incredibly well. And again, this is my first impression of Holly Lowe. I'm really impressed, like genuinely. It's testament to the way the music industry is now that this wouldn't, like, how many views has this gotten? It's got 855. It's great that she's got 306 subscribers. I honestly think that she deserves more. And I say that just because it's criminal. There are some really underrated musicians out there, and I think that Holly Lowe is one of them. I really hope that Holly can get more attention for her work because she deserves it. The instrumental performances were phenomenal. I hesitate to say there was a sense of minimalism towards it because that can sometimes be patronizing. I think that there were some key concepts that the drums and the bass played, along some fills and occasional transitory parts. The guitar solo wasn't by no means superfluous. It fit the mood there. It was energetic and like passionate, but it wasn't like overwhelming or anything like that in terms of it didn't try to sort of like kind of smash your face in or anything with the shred. It was tasteful. And the recording, mixing, and mastering to top it all off was sensational. It had that real kind of warm analog vibe to it, where like, I mean, it was nice just commenting on the video. It was nice to see the instruments, like the drums and all that. Just that drum kit that I could see the tape on and stuff like that. That's how you know they were taking it seriously when they were treating the drum kit like that, you know. Make sure to get rid of those weird resonances and stuff like that. It was nice and loud. Things were panned in a way that was interesting, especially between the chorus and the verses, where you had the instrument, like the voices going a bit wider with like the extra part kind of light on the side of it, and it's just these little bits of perkiness and polish that I really appreciate. It's got a personality to it that I think a lot of people will be able to adore, even if again they don't entirely relate to it, which is a shame. I think a lot of people need to take the time to think about what they're doing with their lives and wonder about the stuff that Holly Lowe is talking about. I mean that from the bottom of my heart. I'm not saying it just because I'm reviewing this track. I think it's good to consider these things. But yeah, I enjoyed the track. Holly Lowe did a great job, and I think that's the conclusion. So thank you very much for watching my review, this video of No Regrets by Holly Lowe. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, please do go show Holly Lowe some love via the various social medias and YouTube page, and stay cool and stay safe, and please also remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I will catch you in the next review, sorry. It's weird for me to mess up the outro. I'll try it again. I'll catch you in the next review. Spider hands up.